Hi, everybody. I remembered this morning when I noticed the date that it's exactly a year ago today that I posted my first video to YouTube, in which I channeled the ancient shape-shifting reptilians. And I remember personally being very enamored with that. We came from beyond the void that they did, and from from that point on, I was just lost. I've been really having a fun time working with it and watching how it expands for, and it's expanding me personally, and I really feel that I'm learning a lot from the journey and also from working with all these energies. And I wanted to thank all of you who's been keeping up and have been watching and subscribing to. I just wanted to thank you for partaking and participating in this journey and making it fun for me to do. And of course, it makes all the difference that I know that someone is out there watching and that a lot of you are actually enjoying it. Um, I brought you out here in the woods, and it's turning dark soon. You know, Scandinavia is pretty far north, far up north, so it will get pretty gloomy here in a couple of weeks. And as you can tell, we still have the leaves but from there on out, it's about 6 months of great drizzle in this part of the world. And which brings me to my next announcement is that I'm moving. I'm moving to Spain, and I'm not quite settled on exactly where I will settle, but I've quit my lease in December, and I have a plane ticket for Malaga, and which is on the southern coast, and I have a few options that I'm looking into, but and I'm really looking forward to it and feeling called to be in some other energies and also see how this will influence this channeling work. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm also pretty sure that yeah, that the climate down there will perhaps be a little more merciful in this coming winter. But that also brings me to that I'm still taking requests, and thank you for submitting, but I'm probably not fulfilling them for at least the next couple of months. So I'll be doing the live streams, and I look very much forward to it. And please join in, and you are very welcome to ask questions and submit requests. But because my life is in yeah, such a natural state of upheaval. So I'm filtering through all my stuff and throwing a lot of stuff out and having to save others and sort it all out and selling some of it, and it's just it's emotionally it's quite taxing. I'm finding, but I'm also looking very much forward to the future and in general enjoying life a lot. But I am probably gonna, and I'm also, of course, open for sessions. Should any of you want to have one, but I will probably in the personal channeling work be focusing more on guided meditations and calming energies, simply because that's the place where I'm at myself, and I also feel that it's likely pretty good for the collective, considering what has been going on the planet and still is in this year of surprises. So I thought, with the last glimpses of daylight, I would try to bring through Mother Earth. It's been a long time since I and we have communed with her, and it's always good to check in with her energy. So again, thank you for watching, guys, and hope you will continue to do so in the future. And yeah, may the love of the Great Mother also reach you and find you on this day. It is her, she, that one life giver, the matrix that upholds you and feeds you and gives you life. Do not fear for my well-being. As you already know, I follow you through dimensions, or rather, I exist in all of them and accommodate all those versions of you playing out in this realm, this cycle of life you find yourself in. And much as you are shifting to more frenetic energies, I am shifting to more frenetic energies. And as you well know, what is frenetic is kinetic, and it generates heat. The temperature is rising, both inner and outer thermostats are being stretched and can no longer accommodate to measure the scale of change and novelty taking place on my surface. Many of you are confused, yet I rediscover myself in this age. I find myself living anew. You haven't seen this yet, and it will not come into reality without you working on it. But I do foresee a future where much of those lands you have used to create foodstuffs, or you simply needed to put to the plow in order to feel a sense of dominance over those greater forces I released upon you that you couldn't control, the tempests and storms of fate, the harvests, the failed harvests and famines of old. Many of these areas will be returned to me. That is to say, they will be allowed to spontaneously unfold, and you will gather much knowledge from these biomes, just as you are already doing from many of those that are still preserved on my surface. No, there are many places where the world is still lush and young. No, there are many places where you do not feel that technological fists of popping energy, of things bubbling, and remaining quite active around you. There are places where time still stands still on my surface. There are places in my cavities where I contain secrets of ancient peoples and even older spirits that have inhabited and communed with me through those passing eons of my life. Know that one day your energy as a star creature will depart from mine and our ways will separate. But it is not for a long time that this will occur, and you will forever hold the memory of my vibration in your heart as that thing which allowed you to flow out into the rest of the galaxy. And I will forever hold your vibration in my core as that creature which remembered its bond to me and awoke to reconnect and rediscover the truest and purest essence of my being. You cannot imagine how dear you are to me and how much I love you, even though you are, in your understanding of yourself, quite different from the natural processes that you understand me through. You and I are essentially one, and we are one fate, carrying ourselves through the constellations and shapes of the Milky Way in this bobbing, softly lulling garden, floating through open air, accommodating and feeding you, carrying and upholding you, allowing you to live in its love, my love, your mother's love for you, dear humans. Blessed are you. Goodbye.